Greetings, my friends. I hope you're having a good day. For it is, I feel a great change, a shift. It's so wonderful to feel that, and I hope you do too. I'm going to discuss a few ideas about the spiritual ascension path, the spiritual way, and self-empowerment, liberation, freedom, salvation, all those things that are part of the process. See what resonates with you. I hope this message will be interesting. First is like we have to understand the paradox between the human consciousness, the temporary reality we live in, with the immortal consciousness of the soul. To accept the immortal consciousness of the soul as something far more real than anything we can imagine and think and analyze and judge from this lower plane. So it is very important to connect to the prime creator. There are windows right now where it makes it a lot easier to connect to the prime creator, to invoke this presence of God, the I am that I am, the beloved, our beloved creator. Whichever way you can find that, call on your creator. We have to really change our, when we look at our past, the fear, the anger, and the limitation, to change it for freedom and liberation. For there is the sun. The sun is a divine being, just as the planets are, for they have a form. For it's a light giver, light, provide heat, but it's also a consciousness. And this consciousness that is our beloved sun is responding to the central sun of our universe, and is waiting, is watching all of humanity right now to deliver a great solar flash. Is waiting for the right moment that will change a lot of things, a great burst of cosmic energy. And the ascension cannot be prevented. It's absolutely, time is given for people to continue to give another second chance. There was many chances, always as many second chances, but to make the choice of love and freedom. But it cannot be prevented. It's like to try to prevent the ascension. It would be like trying to prevent the sun from going up in the sky in the morning. It's like it would not be possible. So what we need to do is to enjoy the final days in this lower vibration, the final days in this lower matrix. For it's like everything is holographic. We just need to shift from fear and separation to love and unity, to love nature, to love life, to love reality, to recreate that as much as possible, and not to join all the groups and community that communicate on traumas and fears and doubts and all that, because then they give power to that, and it's like it's really a no it's like a dead end, huh? And will get worse and worse and worse. So we do want to enjoy these last days, because the change are going to be quick, they're going to be permanent, and they're going to be complete. So it is very important to realize that. The card of the day is the treasure island. It's about this amazing treasure that is aligning. Everything is coming together. It's like all the forces of the universe are conspiring for our freedom and happiness. So just know that, and be that, be the master of the master of freedom rather than the master of limitation. To be abundant in freedom and joy and abundance rather than abundant in limitation and fear and doubts. But it's all a process. We do have to love reality, to the reality of love rather than to fear reality. Because the holographic matrix, the world of forms, particles and atoms and molecules, the chemical world, all of that is always transforming, always changing. When something disappears somewhere, there is always something that reappears somewhere else. So it's like this is how life is immutable, because it's transmutable in this physical universe. So it is very much to understand the law of change is it's a permanent law. It's an eternal law, just as the law of cause and effect, the law of one is all and all is one, the law of everything we give, we receive, the law of inclusion, we can never be separated from source or anything else, the law of creation, we have the power to create anything with our mind, the law of grace, if we forgive, we transcend karma, the law of attraction, how do we attract what we always attract what we need, but how do we attract what we want? That's really what we're working on. Also about this principle of the law of attraction, it's important to know that 15 seconds, or it was 17 seconds, but I would say 15 seconds is enough to create a thought form. And if you use 60 seconds, 15, 30, 60 seconds, 4 times 15, then the thought become an entity and it continue to evolve and grow. So whatever, anybody that wants to spend you 10, take more than 15 seconds with something negative, remove your attention. Do not let yourself be drawn in for more than 15 seconds into anything negative. But when you have something positive, then if you can use it, focus on it for 1 minute, it will take a life on its own, and then you can return to it and continue to cultivate it. One of the great principles of this law of attraction is that the more precise we are, the faster it comes. The more general we are, the slower it gets. So if you're positive, just be very precise about it. So accelerate it. But if something negative comes into your consciousness, just move from the precise negative to the general negative. Then from there you can move into a general positive, and then you can return to a specific positive. Cannot move from a specific negative to a specific positive, but you can move from a specific negative to a general negative to a general positive, and then specific positive. Just basic principle. And do not fear the fear. Do not communicate any of those negative energies, those horrible thoughts. And a lot of people are just ignorant about it. They're not necessarily malevolent, but they're creating negative egregores that are really, they're gonna have to deal with that, and they're gonna have to deconstruct them. But you don't really want to get involved in that because it's been going. There's a lot of things that have been going on the earth for a long time, like war. Everybody loses in war. Everybody wins in peace. But the effect of all the brutality and violence that has been going on the earth will be felt for a very long time. Huh? So it's really, we need to prepare mankind for a shift towards peace and harmony. It is very important. Understanding that at the end of time is really challenging, and we're really challenged at this because we're getting so close to a great and eternal change. And it gets easier as we move closer to the source, when we integrated the principles of love and unity of the Godheads. So the observer of the day is, from the Akash standpoint, is the farmer. To become self-sufficient, the highest wisdom is put an end to all the wars and battles, the inner wars and battles. There is the only reason why there is wars and battle outside is because people are cultivating inner wars and battles within themselves. And it's normal that we've been through that. It is part of the duality principle, but slowly we have to make peace with ourselves and the world. Use unconditional forgiveness. What we need to understand is health, to pay attention to the needs of our physical body. What we need to do is to let go of the persecution and inquisition, to allow people to have their free will, to trust that they will go through their process, to not try to entrap anybody. Because if we completely let the world free, the world will will not be able to enslave us. Or it is because we have those. It's all come from within. It's all come from. So it is really for us to achieve that mastery. And the outcome will be community life. We're going to move into a new forms of communities. We won't need government in the future. We won't need money. We won't need any of that. But there's going to be enlightened communities that are going to start created around the world, outside of the mainstream of society, to work as a prototype, a model. So all of that. But for now, we want to create our own community of beings that live in higher frequency as much as possible. We'll be able to invite each other to see how we live. And it's going to be a return to a more connected form of life. For our true self has never been affected by anything of the outside world, and is not even affected by death. And so just what we need is to clear up the physical body and our consciousness to become this jewel box for this jewel, the presence of the Creator, the light of the Creator, the frequency of the Creator. because the outer form is about to transform. It's going to be transformed. So just do what feels right. It's very important to do what feels right, and to understand cosmic influences when you receive the guidance can change from one moment to the next, because there's different planets that influence at different time, and different, everything is changing. So if you get something very powerful and information from the world of spirit, and then 2 hours later you get a different information, do not hang on to what it's been integrated. Just try to get whatever is in the moment has been shared and communicated. There is a bit of warning that needs to be addressed in relationship to screen. It's like a lot of groups of doctors have physical doctors have realized. There was a study in America that a lot of teenagers are becoming blind. They're losing their eyesight because they don't get enough sun and they're too much into the screens. So that doesn't mean we cannot use the screen, but do not forget the sunlight. We have to recognize the addiction. The addiction change from generation to generation, but addiction is addiction, and we need to recognize them in order to free ourselves from them. And it's very important to set rules for children and to create a prohibition, certain things. So eventually, they're going to have to take responsibility for themselves and make their own choice anyway. But it's very important, yet avoiding interference with other people's life as much as possible. It is their free will. Let them go. Let them deal with whatever they choose. It is very difficult because when you feel a strong heart connection, it's like with Sigmund Freud. I'm not Freudian, but there was a couple of few things that he said that was quite intelligent. Nevertheless, he said nothing makes us more vulnerable than when we love. Love is like such a powerful force. We want to control, but it cannot be controlled. It cannot be. Love is love, and it is a very powerful, mysterious force. And it is really what we came here to realize, to be trained into love. So we need to use the flame of resurrection to be activated, the violet flame of transmutation as well, or the golden light. The golden light, to breathe it in, to activate it, to create this sacred balance, to return to the beauty and unity of our higher self, the peace within our soul and spirit. This is already there. It already exists. We just need to tune into the frequency and transmute what is no longer serve us and what's no longer in alignment with love, to return everything to the source, to the creator. It's just a tool for him. He knows that nothing is real but the love. So just let go and let God as much as possible. From a global standpoint, there is armies, legions of angels that are coming closer under the supervision of the Archangel Michael, that are going to create a lot of purification and clearing. And so, and also all the galactics are also assisting in whichever way they can, both the celestial and the galactics. Well, the celestial and the galactics are doing great work for the planet, and they will be of great assistance. So it is also connecting to the planet Venus. Venus is like a planet. It's a planet. It's got a form like the Earth, but they're actually sentient being, archangelic level consciousness of sentient being, and she's the older sister of the Earth, the planet of love. She will be igniting the hologram, the future light body, the fifth dimensional hologram of the planet Earth. So we want to send greetings and love to our brothers and sisters on Venus. It's a highly populated planet. There's 20 billion souls that live there. It's a paradisical planet in the sixth dimension. There is this main representative, is the Lord Sanat Kumara, who's like a planetary logo. He's been serving in this capacity here on the Earth. We send greetings and for his assistance, his guidance, and his blessings. So we want to continue to cultivate this light of peace, the light of love, the light of resurrection, to breathe it in and out. For the plan is to return all to oneness. So the soul of the planet and our souls work together to do that. And the pulse of the earth is accelerating, is elevating itself, and eventually the pulse of the sun and the pulse of the earth are going to match, and then the solar flash is going. But the earth is really depending a bit on humanity. On the inner earth, they've already created this unity on Agartha. I have a friend there, his name is Adama from Telos. Last time I saw him, he told me that my work was done. He was very proud. He was very happy. He said, "You've done it. It's really wonderful." He's a wonderful teacher. He's a wonderful, so we're here on a contract. We're here to serve the planet and the living God. And for that, it is about awakening humanity, preparing humanity for this shift as much as we can, both in the physical as well as through the inner plane on our intention, our thoughts. We are connected to the whole, so you connect to the Creator, and then the new powers will unfold from there. Did I pull some cards with this? I don't know. Sorry. So the observer of the day is the wheel of fortune. It's great change, miraculous change that are coming. In the past is the living goddess. She's anchored. She's about balance, divine harmony, divine order, the beauty manifested. In the present is the abundance, the gold coins, the freedom that comes along with it. Money is a good servant. It is not a good master, but it is a very good servant. And the future is the way through. We're going to be able to open the door to the higher consciousness. It's also the card of the hermit. Sometimes we need to do this works. Some works we can only do alone. Huh? We can, but as we get together collectively, we are able to manifest new things. In the inner plane and the inner self is the Mount Meru, the center of the universe. It's about and light, creating this connection to the light of the source, the Creator. It's always there at the very center of our heart. So just continue to invoke and call on the presence of the Creator. And on the outside world, there is the dangerous pussy, the past. The past is continue to manifest, but it doesn't have to affect us. It's everybody's karma is really coming to the forefront of the picture. And for us, what we need is to integrate to make peace with our past in order to be able to be free from it. Huh? That's very, very essential. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, and for your donations. If you want a private session, I do on Skype or Telegram, Dakini readings that are more personal against donations. So I'm going to finish with this song. It's a French band. It's a wonderful album. Maybe I'll put it on my Telegram channel. Speak about the spiritual ascension and the integration of passion, sexuality, and passion within the ascension process. It's a band that did very well in America. His name is Enigma, and this song is called "The Return to Innocence." It goes like this. Hi, 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 ho, hi, 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 hi. Love, devotion, feeling, emotion. Don't be afraid to be weak. Dum, da, 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 dum. Don't be proud to be strong. Da, 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 dum. Just look into your heart, my friend. That will be the return to yourself, the return to innocence. Hi, 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 ho, hi, 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 hi. The return to yourself. And if you want, then start to laugh. You must then start to cry. Be yourself, don't hide. Just believe in destiny. Don't care what people say. Just you follow your own way. Don't give up and use the chance. The return to innocence. Hi, 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 ho, hi, 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 hi. It is not the beginning of the end. It's the return to yourself. The return to innocence. Hi, 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 ho, hi, 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 hi. Great songs. There's a lot of wonderful songs in this album. It reminds me of Miami in the early 90s when it came out. I keep having those visions, flashes of the city, Paris, where I was born in Paris. I'm still like, it's like a starting point for me for this global plan, this global mission. So the observer of the day is the renewal, a brand new life that is beginning. The highest wisdom is reconciliation. We need to reconciliate ourselves with all of life, all of ourselves. It is important as much as possible. And there will be reconciliation with people we might have been separated because of judgment or whatever. from my personal, from my own personal stance. What needs to be understood is compassion, to be the presence of love, to continue to cultivate the sense of self-love as well, and to start loving yourself. Be your best friend. I think it was Oscar Wilde who said, if you fell in love with yourself, it is the beginning of a love story that will last you for the rest of your life. And it's also about doing good deeds and doing good to the world, doing good to life. What needs to be done is courage, to have the courage to overcome the fear, to transcend it, to pass beyond our limitation. And the outcome will be happiness. Happiness is something that comes from virtues, and that's very, very long lasting. When pleasure comes from vice, but they're very short, and then they burn out. When happiness is something that lasts, was from Plato. But we need both. We need to be master of the vices and the virtues. We cannot master the virtues if we haven't mastered the vices first. So we need to accept the vices, so they be in control. We stay temperate. Our light will remain dominant. We're not dominated by our lower nature. Just a thought. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. Continue to cultivate that sense of happiness. Prepare yourself for happiness, for letting go, for this for unexpected blessings and all that jazz. Thank you very much. Namaste.